Vibrant Souls, welcome or welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, this is Vibrant Soul Tarot, and I'm grateful and excited to have you joining me. So today's pick a card reading is what is the most important, the most urgent messages that your spirit guides want you to know right now. It is a general reading, so it may be all different types of topics, and maybe not every single message would be for you. I'm going to allow you to use your intuition and trust your judgment. Anything that does not resonate or may not be for you just simply isn't for you, and it's probably for somebody else. So that's that. If you do find yourself at a pile where none of it is resonating and you're like, what is this person talking about? It's just not hitting home. Then that just means that you're probably at the wrong pile too, and that's okay. It happens. Feel free to pick another pile, or if you would like, pick another reading. Or you can even pick another tarot reader, because it is your life, you're in charge, and you do whatever it is you want to do, okay? So yeah, it's just that. I don't think this reading needs any more explanation. It's just wide open. The door is just wide open for your spirit guides to come through and convey any messages that they feel you need to hear right now. So let's go ahead and get into the pile selection so we can get this party started. Today we have these 3 piles to choose from. Pile number 1 right here, we have this silver version of the Rider-Waite tarot deck. And on top of that, we have this Eupolite starfish. So this is the stone for pile 1. Moving along to pile number 2, we have the New Moon Tarot deck. And on top of that, we have this Courage stone. For pile number 2. And then last but not least, for pile number 3, we have the Light Seers Tarot deck. And on top of that, we have this Moon Goddess Mirror Pendant. This is for pile number 3. So please take your time in choosing your pile. If you need to, you can pause the video here. As always, take as much time as you need, no rush. When you do have your pile selected, I will post the timestamps for each one in the description box below for your convenience, along with any other additional information you may be interested in, such as the channeled songs that are connected to each reading, kind of like an additional message for you there. If you're wondering the names of any of the decks that are being used, that is also going to be in the description box. And basically, if you have any questions or a specific question that you've been wondering, go ahead and check the description box first. I'm not guaranteeing that it will be answered, but it might. And if it's not, no worries. Feel free to comment your question and I will try my very best to get back to you in a timely manner, okay? So I'm excited for you guys and I can't wait to see you guys at your reading. Bye! Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. If you chose the Eupolite starfish or if you chose the silver Rider-Waite tarot deck, either way, I'm glad you're here. So let's get started. What messages do you need to hear most right now, according to your spirit guides? So this is a timeless reading. Whenever this reading finds you or you find it is when it is meant for you. It does not matter what date it is posted, what year, or any of that stuff, okay? So let's get started. Spirit, if you could please tune me into my pile 1 spirit guides. If you can please show me in pile 1 with the most clarity, what are the most important messages that they need to hear right now? Please and thank you, Spirit. What is the message for pile 1? Oh, we have the Knight of Swords. When that flipped over, I heard brain power. Like that. We'll see what that's about, but it's kind of funny. We have the Page of Swords. We have the 10 of Swords. And the Empress. Also popping out, we have the 10 of Wands. But I'm going to put it back. If it's going to come out again, it will come out again, okay? But it's seen, it's noted. Oh, on that note, 2 10s as well. Okay, so clarifying the Knight of Swords, we have the 8 of Swords. Clarifying the Page of Swords, clarifying the Page of Swords, here we have the Ace of Swords. I love that. We have so much swords energy. Talk about brain power. The swords represent thoughts in the tarot deck. So a lot of brain power here. Clarifying the 10 of Swords. Okay, this is a lot of cards. You have Temperance falling out along with the Wheel of Fortune was what I saw first. And that's funny because the Wheel of Fortune is the number 10 as well. So we would have 10, 10, 10 popping out for you. And that kind of tells a story as well too. But I want to get one clarifier for this. Spirit, clarify this 10 of Swords for me and pile win. The Tower. And clarify the Empress. We have the 3 of Swords. Oh, and I just noticed as well, that's a 3 and a 3. Bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of Swords. Interesting. Feels like there's a lot of inner conflict right now when it comes to your mental space. This could have to do with a situation or a person, or it could just be something that you're trying to overcome, certain obstacles that you're currently in the process of overcoming right now. It does feel like your spirit guides, the first thing they want you to, or the first thing they want to remind you in a general sense, is that not every thought you have, not every fear you have is true or is valid. And you have the power and the ability to switch focus from fear consciousness or to those doubts or leaning into what's coming next or what's going to happen, all of those kind of things. If they are affecting you in a negative way sometimes, that you have the power to switch that, to make a choice and lean into a certainty. There's a need for some sort of acceptance for what's happening in your life right now that's going to bring some sort of peace. But the message I was hearing with the Empress is your true nature. Your Empress in your creation, in your creative energy, in this limitless abundance is your true nature that sometimes this world makes us forget with everything that's going on. Now, there is some information that either is coming to you or that you have received, some sort of truth here. And Spirit is saying that you already know the answers to this. If you don't know the answers to this, you will soon, okay? But the more you kind of work through these feelings of uncertainty, these feelings of fear, this doubt, or even if it's just some sort of heartache that you're kind of going through right now, Spirit's saying that you are leading yourself towards something better, or it's like it's gonna get better, but sometimes we can't see that right now, and sometimes our minds can play tricks on us, and sometimes we can overthink, and that's just natural. And your spirit guides want you to really, really, really focus on your mental health right now, though. Focus on what fuels you. Like I said before, it seems like your fears are lying to you in ways, whether that's like you're not good enough or this is the only thing that's going to happen. It's like something about your current reality. Your spirit guides are saying that there's something bigger going on that you're not able to see. So whether that this is a solution to a specific problem, this is something bigger, like as in like a completely different path for you. There's something very important that you're not able to see right now, and you may be being asked by your spirit guides to have faith and to trust. And sometimes that can be really hard. But it feels like anything right now that potentially is falling away, it's because you deserve better. It's because there's something more that's better for you out there. And if this is a person that has caused you any sort of heartache, or maybe you found some information out or something had happened that it just doesn't align with the connection or where you want to be or what you want in general, Spirit's saying that some things show face for you because that's the truth of them. That's the truth of what it is, what they're able to give you. And sometimes that can be really, really hard to accept. But with the Empress here and the Three of Swords, you are on the road to healing. Lean into this. Maybe even face this fear, or whether if it's like an attachment or if it's just things that are coming to the surface that could be uncomfortable. Spirit saying, your spirit guides are definitely saying like to own into that and also take care of yourself, because I feel like with the Empress here, the most important thing in your life right now is protecting yourself, protecting your heart, allowing yourself to remember your true nature, who you truly are, what you truly deserve, even if it's something or someone that you wanted really, really, really bad. It's completely understandable, and it's not like you're just gonna wake up and be like, okay, bye. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, there's a standard that your spirit guides are reminding you of, and anything that is making you feel less than, anything that is falling apart, or anything that is just unworthy of, like if it's causing you to distraught, if it's causing you pain, if it's causing you suffering, your spirit guides are saying don't be afraid to fearlessly let these things go, because it's for a purpose, it's for a reason, and better things are going to come. Your spirit guides are like, I can assure you of this. I promise you there are better things to come. And it's okay to nurture yourself in the meantime. Spirit's like, your spirit guides are like, I really want you to stand up for yourself in this life. And I want you to say, hey, no, I know that looked good at the time, or that sounded good, but the way that it's making me feel right now isn't what I deserve. And that is how your spirit guides feel about you. And your spirit guides truly, truly want the best for you, and they want the best life for you, but they can't make you see things. They can't make you decide, and so on and so forth. You know, all they can do is nudge you in the right directions, and sometimes they can show you the truth of a situation, but it is up to you to accept it. And I feel like this is a situation of divine redirection, and I feel like your soul is definitely healing at this time, and I feel like there's great things to come, because the version of yourself that you're becoming after whatever it is that you're going through right now at this time is one of the most powerful versions of yourself. And your future self is currently looking back on this version of yourself right now with so much love and so much compassion, but yet so much joy, and so happy that you are just doing what you're doing now and are where you're at now. Like it's almost like a complete 180, and I'm picturing somebody rising from the ashes and standing stronger than ever. And so with that being said, your spirit guides also want you to avoid any sort of drama at this time, or any sort of conflict, anything that's just not worth it to you. Spirit saying that there's so much more important things to focus on, and to not feed the lies about yourself is another thing that your spirit guides are saying. Like, I feel like a lot of this for you, by one, is just a reminder of how cool you are, a reminder of what you're capable of, and a reminder that you're an asset to anyone or anything, okay? And if someone doesn't see that or treat you as such, ew. And it feels like letting go at this point in time, no matter what it is. Like, I think that this could be in multiple different aspects of your life, like not just one certain part of your life or like one thing, like just relationships or anything like that. Like learning to let go at this point in time and just surrendering and accepting whatever your current reality is giving you. Even though it feels very counterintuitive, even though it feels like the things that's just the last thing we want to do, it's going to skyrocket you towards where you are meant to be. It's like the energetic blocks are going to be removed. And because now I'm seeing like a river. And so it's like these energetic blocks are going to be lifted and the water is going to be flowing. And that's the beautiful energy of the Empress, is an ever-flowing river of abundance, or whatever this Empress wants. And trust that you can create the life that you want, or that there is that person or place, that thing, that money. It is out there. It is waiting for you. Yes, maybe you need a little time to yourself. Your spirit guides really want you to take care of yourself right now too. Like, don't feed into anything that's stressing you out. Even if you need to like shut the world out, like if you need to turn off the news, if you need to block people, I don't know, if you need to do whatever it is that you need to do to protect your peace at this time, your spirit guides are saying, please do that. Please do that. Your mental health is important right now, and there can be a ton of wasted energy on the what ifs, what will be, what's going to happen, all of that stuff. And that's natural when we face uncertainties in life. That's something that is a part of it. And sometimes, even if things don't seemingly go our way, your spirit guides want to remind you that they are working out for you, even if it's not what it seems right now. And that's the beautiful magic of the universe, is that not everything is what it seems. And your future self, I think, is one of your strong guides right now, because your future self keeps coming in very strongly to remind you that maybe there's some things that you can't see right now, and maybe there's reasons that you don't know right now, but you will. And it feels like anything that you're going through, anything that you're pushing through, first of all, your strength is admirable. And second of all, it's for a reason. There is a rainbow, a light at the end of the tunnel, if you will. A rainbow at the end of I don't know what a rainbow's at the end of. I guess they come at the end of the storms, right? A rainbow at the end of the storm. But, and your spirit guides are also saying, don't worry, that we have a lot going on in the behind the scenes, if you will. It feels like your spirit guides want you to release responsibility, even if it's just energetically, of what's meant to be, what's going to happen. They're taking care of you. And sometimes it can be really hard to believe that, especially if we're not feeling our best. And I'm not sure exactly how you're feeling right now, but these cards can definitely represent you pushing through a hard time. I'm going to be honest. We have the 3 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, the Tower, the 8 of Swords, and the 5 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Sometimes the best thing you can do too is validate your feelings, like in the moment, and just say, you know what, I am kind of going through it. Or you know what, this has been rough. And then like sometimes it can almost bring like a sense of like, yeah, hell yeah. Like, like, or even maybe like some anger. So whatever it is that you're feeling, don't judge it. It's something that's 100% natural. Like, there's nothing wrong with you, okay, for feeling the way that you feel. And if you feel like you need to get out any sort of frustration, or you feel like you need to journal, or you feel like you need to just yell into the abyss and say, what the fuck, universe? What is going on? What is happening right now? Fix this. I deserve better. Your spirit guides are like, hell yeah, you do. And we totally understand. Like, they're confirming that right when I said that too. So whatever it is you feel like you need to do that's best for yourself right now, please do it. Please, please, please do it. Another confirmation, which I think I said this, but there's another confirmation that the truth of the situation, the truth will always be revealed. Okay. It's up to you to accept it. And for some of you, that truth is coming. And there's different truths. Sorry. I know that sounds confusing. There's different truths. So like there's a stage 1 truth. Then there's like the next truth. And then there's like stage 3. So things will be revealed to you when you need them to, okay? Trust that your spirit guides have your back on that end. And yeah. But please, please, please take care of yourself. Okay, I have some pre-pulled oracles that we're going to take a look at just to see any additional messages. So the first card we have is Radha, Soul Flame. It says, rediscover a lost part of yourself, experience relationship, harmony, and healing. The next card we have is Divinity. The next card we have is A Fearful World. Number 69. That is a number of balance as well. And we all know, okay, we know what that number is for too. But the 69 also reminds me of like the yin-yang symbol as well. Also reminds me of the zodiac sign Cancer too, so that could be confirmation for some of you, but it doesn't have to be. And then Moon Rising Truth is the last card. Okay. It feels like with this Divinity card, there's this true essence of yourself and your true abilities. I'm also very drawn to the fact that it is a moth to the flame. I believe those are like, what are they called, like death moths or something like that? Or they have a name because they have like a skull face on there. And this is the process of transformation. Now, a moth to the flame obviously is something about discomfort, walking through the fire, and discovering the truth of your nature, which is kind of what we were seeing as well. The Divinity card can also remind us too that there's a bigger picture, that there are spirit guides for you, that there are other things beyond the realm of what we can see, feel, and touch. Well, we can feel it, but you know what I'm saying, like the physical, that are here to help you, supporting you in every decision that you make. Even if it's something that you feel isn't the best for you, they still support you on whatever it is that you decide to choose. And that's the beauty of your spirit guides as well too, is that you don't even have to believe in them. And they will accept that. They'll say, hey, you chose to not believe in us. That's fine. You know, that's fine. Like, we'll still be here supporting your choice to not believe in us, but like, you don't have to do anything. And so I think that there's also a message of this unconditional love that they have for you and for yourself, and reminding yourself that you're just doing the best that you can at the time with the information that you have given, and we're all trying our best, and that's okay. But you have this inner fire within you. You have this inner truth and this inner spark of what you truly, truly are. And that is the truth of the matter. And also, oh yeah, so your spirit guides are kind of saying the obvious here too. If divinity or divination is something that you like or are into, this could be a time to really own in your skills. This could be a time to expand your psychic abilities and reach out to them and talk to them whenever you want, whenever you can, because they would love to. And I'm hearing that a lot of you already do that, so that's cool too. So this could also just be confirmation that you're really good at what you do as well. And then with this soul flame, this feels like we have a lot about flames here now that I'm thinking about it. We have a lot about flames and fires, and like it says rediscovering a lost part of yourself and experiencing relationship, harmony, and healing. It feels like everything you've ever gone through, you have become a better version of yourself, whether you believe it or not. You have quite literally rediscovered parts of yourself, and you can do that through other people as well. Now, I think your spirit guides are also saying with this card too, that there is a sense of harmony that is coming in your relationships that may look differently than what you expect, or it may look different than, and it just may look different for each and every one of you. I think that's kind of the main message with that as well too, but trust that harmony is coming. And this is also the divine feminine energy as well. I believe this is the Shakti energy, and you had the Empress. So lean into your divine feminine energy. Again, that reminds me like your psychic abilities too. Lean into those, because they're very important for you at this time. Like, trust a lot of the information that you're getting, but don't trust every thought or every fear you have, which the Fearful World card is on theme, and so is the Truth card. It's kind of on brand or on theme to this reading as well. If you need to shut out those voices in your head that are saying certain things to you, shut them out. If you need to shut out certain people that are making you feel that way, shut them out. If you need to turn off the TV or turn off the news, because I know, especially the time that I'm filming this, it can be a little crazy, okay? There's a lot of crazy things going on in the world right now, and don't ever feel bad for having to do what's best for yourself. That's what you need to do. And I know, and I think that a lot of these are kind of just messages are kind of being reiterated, but I also feel like there's a reason for that. Like, there's an importance for that too. And with the moon rising the truth, it's the same thing as we were talking about, the truth that will come to light. Whatever you need to know, don't worry, you will. Again, accepting the truth is very important and very vital. No longer denying anything from yourself or denying what is being shown to you, because the truth is your divinity. And this is a major, major, major pivotal part for you right now. Like, that's why I think your future self is so adamant, because there is a future version of you that is doing better than ever. And it took learning certain things. It took you needing to see certain things for that future version to even exist. You could be going through a specific spiritual awakening as well. Even if you've already been through a spiritual awakening, there's something here or something within you that is actually awakening again, and it's pretty cool. Okay, I want to get this other deck just to see, is there any other like information or little messages from a spirit? The spirit just said everything's gonna be okay. Oh, your spirit guides are definitely saying everything's gonna be okay. Get to know yourself. Be okay being alone. You're actually pretty cool. Hey, wasn't that like one of the first messages? Like, one of the things that your spirit guides are saying is that you're actually pretty freaking awesome. I love that. Make better choices. Stop doing the same things over and over again. It isn't working. You know, the same thing that we're talking about is that, like, they support whatever choice you make, but they also want the best for you. So they're not going to not love you any less for you making specific choices, maybe going back to certain patterns or certain people. The point is, and the truth is, that you are unconditionally loved and accepted regardless of that, but they also want the best for you. So they want you to want the best for you and to do the best for you as well too. And these choices could be as little as day-to-day things, like maybe creating a sacred space for yourself for a little bit time of day. It could be like maybe like a nighttime wind down routine where you are just able to relax, shut out the world, and just feel the way that you want to feel, or you do the things that you want to do. Or it can be the big choices, as in stop revisiting certain people, certain things. If they're showing you what they're capable of, if they're showing you the truth, your spirit guides are saying, please believe that as of right now, and trust that there's better out there, there's better to come. Even if it's the same situation, but just in a more aligned way. You know what I'm saying? The possibilities are endless, and that's not your responsibility to figure it out. Your responsibility is to take care of yourself, to do what is best for you, enjoy the journey in the meantime, and let the universe handle the rest. You do your part, and then the universe will handle the rest, okay? And there is great things out there for you that you have yet to discover, that are not even in your awareness yet. So it's hard to predict, you know, it's hard to predict. And our egos like a sense of knowing. Our egos like to stay safe and say, hey, like, we're used to this, so we're just going to hold on to this in hopes that maybe it's better. And your spirit guides are saying, it doesn't look that way. You have to venture out into the unknown. The more you push yourself through this, the more you face these fears, the faster these things will come to you. the better it will get. And you will look back, on the bad things that seemingly happened to us, or the hardships, and I think you'll look back on them with an appreciation. And you'll get to a point too where there's so much distance between you and something that was hurting you, or something that has caused you any sort of suffering. You will get to a point where there is enough distance between you and them that you won't even care anymore. And that is the best part of life, is literally looking back and not caring. That is true freedom, is looking back on the things that once held you, or once had such a tight grip on you, or were once so powerfully influencing you. To look back on that and to not give a shit anymore, that is like true freedom, let me tell you. Okay, one more message from your spirit guides. Oh, I love this. You are in charge of creating your life. Where do you see yourself next week? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? And then the bottom of the deck, we have you can start over. Your past doesn't dictate your future. Each moment is a chance to do something new. I feel like that's very tied in with this. Like each chance is a moment to do something new. Each decision is creating a new path for you in your life. And it starts with the smallest things as well too. And another thing with the divinity and the Empress that we keep seeing as well is your ability to have that, your ability to create that. Even if we can't have something specific or someone specific, that doesn't mean that we're not going to have the thing that we truly want. It just means that sometimes we have to let go of our hold or our idea and let your spirit guides and let the universe work its magic. And there's a process to things too. Your spirit guides are saying there is a divine process and a divine order to this. And you're on track, like you're going through it and everything like that. But also trust that nothing is going to come to you before you are ready. And nothing is going to happen when it is not the right time. And that's okay. Because there's other things happening too. And there's times for yourself. And there's times to maybe work on your goals and your plans and your dreams. And sometimes we have to we need time to ourselves to shed the influence of others and just feel how we feel and do what we want to do. There's a lot of people too, especially in like relationships, that like say that it's like they'll be in like the happiest relationship, but sometimes they wish that they can go back to their single selves and say, we can enjoy this moment, you know, or I wish I would have enjoyed that moment too, because then now I didn't have to, you know, do this or do that. And it's not that they have regrets. It's that you're just different versions of yourself at different times. So it's nice to spend as much time with a specific version of yourself while you can, because that version isn't going to be there forever, because things are always changing. So don't forget to stop and enjoy where you're at, where you're going as well. Even if it doesn't feel like it's what you want, sometimes it's what you need. Where you need to be is right where you are. And I know maybe some of you guys are probably rolling your eyes when I say that, because you hear it all the time, but it is true. And I do that too. Like I literally am like I'll hear like, oh, you're right where you need to be. And I'll be like pissed off like because something's happening in my life where I'm like, you're right where you need to be. But I look back and it is true. So I understand all of those types of feelings too, because I have once felt them, and the frustration is real, and it's okay. And it kind of reminds me of like this one card in this one deck of like when you're climbing a mountain, like you can kick and scream and you can cuss at the mountain, you know, but just don't stop, because once you get to the top, you're gonna be like so happy and grateful, you know. It's just however you process things is how you process things. So that's it. I think from all that, I would just say, like, don't judge yourself on how you feel, because you feel how you feel, period. So I think that's it for right now. Thank you for being here, Pile One. Thank you for listening to the messages. Let's thank your spirit guides for allowing us to be able to receive these messages today. And your spirit guides for guiding us, showing us in synchronicities or in any type of way that they are here to support you. So I'm going to ask for your spirit guides to show you more than ever at this time that they are here and that they are supporting you as well. Ancestors, big ones on ancestors too, that kind of came up right as I was saying that. So don't forget to call on your ancestors for support. They got your back as well. Your ancestors are amazing because they have lived on earth, you know, as well, and they understand. And they are a great tool and a great asset to get by, especially if you are kind of going through conflicts in relationships. I've noticed that conflicts in relationships, in families, especially family, obviously, and things like that, your ancestors are great to help. So don't forget about them, okay? And they love you, and I love you, and I will see you in the next reading. So if you're not subscribed and you would like to see the next reading, feel free to do that if you want to, of course. Oh, quick shout out and thank you to all of the subscribers as well. Thank you to those who like or comment or share or anything, you know, any type of interaction with the video. I'm so grateful for. So thank you so much to you guys. Love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Courage Stone or if you chose the New Moon Tarot deck, either way, welcome to your reading. So I have to say, the energy shift from Pile 1 to Pile 2 is very interesting. Like, I got, tuning into your energy or tuning into the energy of this message or messages, I got very excited, which is pretty cool. So we're going to see what that's about, or maybe I'm just excited to see you guys. Excited to see you, Pile 2, of course. That could be it, but we'll see with the messages. But thank you for being here, and I'm glad that you are joining me today. Hope you guys are comfortable, relaxed, ready, open to receiving some messages today. I know I am. So first things first, let's invite in your spirit guides. So Spirit, if you could please tune me in to my Pile 2's spirit guides. If you can please align me to the most important messages that Pile 2 needs to hear at the time that they are coming across this reading, please, with the most clarity possible for my lovely Pile 2s. Thank you very much, Spirit. Emphasis on the time that you're coming across this too. This is a timeless reading. Doesn't matter when I post it, when the date was, just whenever you find it or whenever it finds you, you know, it's when you're supposed to see it. So what are these messages for Pile 2, Spirit? What's going on? Most important messages for my Pile 2 spirit guides. What do we got here? The Wheel of Fortune. Wow. We have, let's see, we have the Four of Swords, Six of Cups, King of Wands. Okay. Clarifying the Wheel of Fortune here. What are the messages? We have the Eight of Wands. I just got a ding as I had a thought, like basically the message for this, and then right after I thought it, there was like confirmation. I was like, ding. So we will talk about that. Clarifying the Four of Swords. We have the Moon. Clarifying the Six of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and clarifying the King of Wands here. We have the Devil. Bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is all about a transition, and it is about moving forward. And that's what I was seeing with this Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Wands. There's positive movement forward. The universe is trying to push you, if not catapult you forward. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is coming through to say that you have great things, and I was gonna say a great destiny ahead of you. Anything that is holding you back at this time, or even if that is your own self, your spirit guides want you to ask why, what the truth of that is. Is it silly? is it important? Because your spirit guides want you to keep pushing forward, in whether that's just in your life, if you have something that you are pursuing, in anything that is going on right now. Your spirit guides are like, now is the time to keep moving forward. Don't listen to any fears or any doubts or anything, or any insecurities or anything that is kind of coming up right now to tell you like, hey, you know, it may not work out, or hey, you could look really stupid, or hey, you're gonna fail, or hey, you're gonna fall flat on your face. All of those things that sound either familiar to that, or in that sort of, like in that kind of sort of vicinity of things, your spirit guides are saying those are lies. That's not gonna happen. You're gonna do great things in this life. You have many things to accomplish. You are somebody who is a very passionate person, and your passions are, and your goals and the things that you want, you know, that outlook for you are worth pursuing. You are worth pursuing. There's an energy of breaking free here too. So I keep hearing this dream that I had a long time ago, but it feels like the message for this reading for a lot of you. So there's a reason why I feel like called to it, and it was my dream, but it's about like the energy that I'm seeing here. So let me just quickly elaborate. I don't know if it came up before. So there was a dream that I had, and it was like me, and I was just bopping around, and there was like these little treasure chests, and like there was a bunch of them, and I was like opening one, and I was like, hell yeah, the treasure. And then I went and I opened another one, and I was like, hell yeah, more treasure. And then by the time I got to the third one, there was like this really, really scary like monster that was screaming in my face, and it was making me feel in the dream really, really scared, and there was nothing I could do about it, and it was blocking me from getting to the next treasure chest. Well, I had another dream as well where the same thing happened, but I ended up screaming back at it, and I was like, you know what? I'm scarier than you. And the monster ended up getting really scared and running away, and I was able to access the treasure chest. So in that sort of analogy, your spirit guides don't want any of these things to limit you and limit your possibilities in this life. You are meant to overcome any obstacle. You are meant to face any fear, and you are meant to pursue your dreams and your passions and those relationships and all of those things that you want unapologetically, because you are a force to be reckoned with, is what your spirit guides are saying. And also anything that is coming up like in that nature, like whether it is something that is a doubt or an insecurity or a fear, Spirit's saying that that's stemming somewhere from the past. That's not a projection or a truth or an outlook of your future anymore. Those are things that are coming from past wounds. And so acknowledge them when they come up. Don't suppress them, or don't try to hide them or shy away from them. Acknowledge them and what they've done, whether they're trying to protect you or keep you safe. You can even send them love, but you keep going, because it's just that. It's an illusion. And your spirit guides have great things aligned for you in this life, especially with the Wheel of Fortune. It feels like there's like a beautiful mystery to that energy, because I don't want to get super specific on like what exactly it is, because it could be things that are better than you even imagined. You know what I'm saying? And the more you push through with the Eight of Wands, the faster those things are coming to you, because the Eight of Wands is a fast moving energy. So for some of you, this could be like luck or success, or things just working out in your favor. There's something here where something is meant to work out in your favor, okay? And so don't let your ego or your mind or your fears or any of that kind of stuff like hold you back any longer, because I'm picturing somebody being catapulted forward, and it's gonna feel really, really good. Now also, there's also like a positive aspect to this Devil energy and this King of Wands. Like, okay, so we already got the message of like anything kind of holding you back, or maybe certain restrictions. Your spirit guides are definitely saying you are going to be overcoming that, be as positive mindset and as fearless as you possibly can, at the same time, you know, respecting your humanity and knowing that it's a process. Okay, so there's that. But there's also something about being like unapologetic for the things that you are really passionate for, because that is a hint to your journey as well. Like if you have certain passions that you maybe want to make a reality, or like if there's certain dreams that you have that you don't know, or maybe like other people don't understand or something like that, like it feels like it's unique to you. And the King of Wands is such a leadership energy of like, it's important for you to pursue these things and be authentic to yourself. And you don't really owe anyone an explanation, you know, to live your life. And that's what your spirit guides want you to remind you of. It's like, it's your life. Live it the best way, you know how, you know what I'm saying? And the Six of Swords is again, we have a lot of energy of movement. So if it doesn't feel like you're moving, you still are. Each time you overcome, each obstacle you push through. Oh, and there's also a message from your spirit guides coming through too, of like maybe looking at certain obstacles or certain things that surface for you as just a natural part of the journey. Not necessarily like the thing that's going to stop you and end you and all, like putting less importance of it on it, giving it less power to, and just understanding that these are just natural parts of anyone's journey. Like if you have a life to live or goals to pursue, it's 100% natural and going to happen that you have some sort of adversity, or you have some sort of obstacles, or there are sometimes things that maybe get in your way. And that's just a part of the game. That's a part of the process. That's just what it is. And so it's not the universe trying to deter you from anything. It's that you're learning, you're stacking up this knowledge, and even if it's like self-esteem for some of you too. Like the King of Wands is such a confident type of energy as well. So it could just be you like stacking up and overcoming each time, and you're getting more and more confident within yourself and your abilities, and getting closer and closer and closer to where you want to be. And that's a cool thing to enjoy along the journey as well, is that it is the journey and not just a destination oriented too. Try your best to have fun with life when you can, or maybe look at it through the eyes of like, this came up in another reading too. It came up, it doesn't matter when it came up. Look at it through the eyes of like, man, I get to do that, instead of like, oh, I have to do this. You know, it kind of brings in the excitement as well. And also it brings in a sense of gratitude at the same time. And yeah, so also pay attention to your dreams. I know I brought up one of mine, but we have the moon here in the Four of Swords. Your dreams are trying to tell you things as well. So pay attention to how you feel in them. Any sort of like messages, may they be cryptic or very obvious. Like the one that I explained is super obvious, I feel, and stuff, but there could be, and maybe even look them up as well. But yeah, if you feel like you are holding yourself back, or maybe you feel like you aren't pursuing the things as much as you should, Spirit saying that there is something subconscious going on with that. So of course, just make sure that you are staying aligned with what you want, taking inspired action, but also giving yourself time to rest as well too. Resting is just as important. I don't want to be too hard on you to say like, oh, you're holding yourself back, blah, 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 because I do want to say that you're getting vital information from your subconscious, you know, while you are resting. Like that is when we get the most like ideas or realizations and things like that. So do what you feel is best for you, is what your spirit guides are saying. Like whatever, even don't listen to like the outer, listen to the inner is basically the message for that. Because the outer, especially if you live like in a capitalistic society, is go, 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 go. You need to do this. You're nothing. Your worth is all on your accomplishments, and you need to, and capitalist societies usually promote greed and things like that. Whereas your journey is probably different. And you're listening to your body, and you're listening to yourself and your mind and what you are in tune to do. And don't shame yourself if you need maybe an extra day, if you have that privilege, of course, to do. So And then, oh yeah, and then Spirit saying, yeah, so with the Four of Swords and the Moon too, that was like when that fearful energy or those other things start to come into play, take time, even if it's just quite literally like 60 seconds, like 1 minute, to center, come back to yourself or ground, and not listen. You don't need to listen to that crap anyways. So I think for you, I have some pre-pulled oracles, but yeah, okay. I was going to get a different deck because I was kind of feeling called to it, but I want to also, we're going to see what you have as well. So for your oracles, we have Serapis Bay with Ascension. So it's move into your true self, rise above the darkness. The light is here. We also have Your Light. And we have the Soldier. Ooh. The Soldier is an interesting one. This is like an energy of leveling up. You being at times like your own guide or letting your own light guide you. The light is like that spark you feel, like that passion within you, that desire and that drive. And this ascension energy is kind of coming through to say that sometimes it takes the darkness to see that light. And that's all a part of the process as well. So like, for example, if you, like, this is just an example, but if, for example, if you want to make more money in whatever it is that you're doing, that flame could have stemmed from going through a period of scarcity where you felt like you didn't have enough. And so it kind of felt like that was maybe some sort of punishment or unfair. But now you have this will, this drive, and this motivation to get yourself in a position to where you never have to experience those things again. We can even see that through self-love in relationships, you know, like sometimes finding your true self or your most self-loviest version of yourself. Or you find yourself wanting a different relationship or a certain relationship, raising your standards, all of that kind of stuff, you know, that can stem from us experiencing the exact opposite of that, you know. So everything that you are going through at this time, your spirit guides are saying, has value. It is important, okay? And the ascension is basically the guarantee that you are rising above all of this energy and that you are growing. This is about your growth. And I have to say too, with the Your Light card, don't ever knock how important your light is, especially with that King of Wands. There's something here about you inspiring other people around you, even if it's you realize it or not. Like, it doesn't even have to be like in a flashy way of like, oh, you're gonna go on social media or you're gonna post anything, or you're gonna go out, you know, and be around a group of people. It doesn't have to necessarily be like your intention is to inspire other people, but you are inspiring other people, or your story could inspire other people as well. Either way, the point is that your light is vital and is needed, especially in a world, you know, that can seem so freaking dark. And when we think about Soldier as well, oh, thank you, Spirit, or your spirit guides. There's a message here with the Soldier of also being disciplined in your practices as well. Being a little hard-headed in a positive way, as in like, especially when other things start to creep in or other problems, or even if it's like financial problems or things like that, being that firm believer in yourself, staying focused, getting back on track. And the Soldier is somebody who is very strong. Of course, you're a soldier. You are capable of conquering. You're capable of overcoming. You have overcome and you continue to, okay? So the Soldier is just another way of saying that you have a tremendous amount of strength and you're capable of tremendous amounts of things, to say the least. Be careful how you use this power as well. I'm really focused on the fact that they're holding a knife. Kind of reminds me of like that cliche, well, you're wielding the blade, it can hurt or it can help. That's kind of like your mindset as well. Remember what you're feeding into in your mindset, what things you are believing about your life and about yourself. They can hurt you or they can help you, but either way, you have the choice to choose whichever one that is to you, okay? And I love that. It just feels like you're going places. It really does. It feels like you're going places here. And your spirit guides are saying like you're going to get to a point where those things that were keeping you stuck, those things that were holding you back, those things that were limiting you aren't even a factor anymore. And that's cool. And that's a sense of freedom as well. So with that being said, okay, fine. I'm going to use the deck I was called to because I was going to skip it because I wasn't planning on using it, but hey, that could be a lesson as well. Some things don't always go to plan, but they work out the way that they're meant to work out too. Messages from pile 2 spirit guide and spirit. Oh, I love that. I love that these came out together. So we have purse, pay attention to your finances. And then we have a path with money is waiting for you to find it. So your spirit guides are saying, hey, you got to be responsible too when it comes to things. Like don't overindulge, don't overspend. Make sure that you are paying attention to these things. Make sure that you are putting into these things what you need to get out of it. But trust that you are on the path, the road to success here, okay? But sometimes it takes, and that could be that soldier energy that we were seeing, like that responsibility too. Like you're learning responsibility in this aspect and you are doing what you need to do. Like be logical, but yet also dream big at the same time as like with this. Like remember that, you know, you kind of do have to take care of the little things and the annoying parts of life as well. But just trust that this path is meant for you. And I love how it says a path with money is waiting for you to find it. So maybe for some of you, it could be something different to what you actually imagine, or you're being asked to delve into that, to like delve into your passions, what it is you want to get from this. Maybe even get like a piece of pen or piece of paper, piece of paper and a piece of pen and write it down and see like write down your thoughts, write down what you feel like you're envisioning. And there's some truth in that too. Like, I feel like there's actually going to be some channeling in that nature of where you may get a different perspective, or some truth may come out from your inner self where you're writing it down and saying like, this is what I want. And it could have, it could be like important, or have like a giant arrow saying like, hey, let's try this, or let's do this. Or even if it's just getting a different perspective on what you're actually doing, and writing it down, maybe like a vision board as well, is something that could really help you, something that you can envision yourself. And also your spirit guides are saying being open to different possibilities as well, especially it could be in revenue. Like the more that you are open to certain things that you feel are right for you, the more possibilities there actually are too. It could just be more than one incomes or more than one path as well, depending on your situation. But yeah, this does seem to be like your spirit guides are like, hey, focus on that bag, focus on that money, because it's trying to find you. It's trying to reach you. Hello, we've been calling you about your car's extended warranty. Hello, we've been trying to reach you about this bag that you have to get in this life. No more money problems. Come on, let's get it. And I do think that the soldier is talking about, you know, maybe it is going to take a little bit of hard work, a little bit of discipline, but anything worth it usually does, you know? And having the courage to even pursue these things usually means big rewards. Like the Wheel of Fortune too, I feel like is definitely an energy of like, sometimes it can be risky, or sometimes we don't know like what's going to happen. But also I feel like in this sense, like you have a lot of things that are going to be rewarded to you for facing your fears, for overcoming these, or being courageous and doing what you want to do. Like there's so much on the end of like rewards. So if you're like looking at it as a scale, like it does feel like for a lot of you, this path for you, whether it's found you or not, the rewards outweigh the fears. All right, this is the last message or messages from your spirit guides. So some last and final messages from Pile 2 spirit guides. Please and thank you. Ooh, speak up. Express your wants and needs now. Express them to your spirit guides. A lot of the times, like, they need that, like, initiation to, like, say, like, to help you or to do something. And they're saying specifically, like, specific. I know that sounds silly, but, like, whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you need, ask the universe. Stay open and receptive to how you may receive that, of course. Don't be so rigid in it, but you will receive that. I feel like this is a group that has powerful manifestation skills, and you are somebody who can easily co-create with the universe when you set your mind to something. All of that passionate energy, like when you do set your mind to something, you are somebody that can create that for yourself. Your spirit guides are saying, like, don't be afraid to ask for something, like, more, like, or it, like, it's like, you know, if you're just asking, like, what can it hurt, you know? And also make sure that you are getting down to the nitty gritty of your wants, your needs, what it's going to take, what you got to do, staying organized and that kind of stuff as well. But yeah, your spirit guides are always listening. They're here, and the universe is like, hey, you know, don't knock us out yet, or don't count us out yet is what I meant. Don't knock us out. I don't know why I'm saying things so funny today, but what was I saying? Don't count us out yet. Like, we're here. Tell us what you want. Tell us what you need. We'll do our part. You do your part, and let's get it going. Pile 2. You need an affirmation. Say aloud, I trust myself. Repeat 1,000,000 times. Yeah. Trust yourself. An important remembrance too is that a lot of this with like the your light and that King of Wands and like all of that energy is that it does feel like this is very divinely guided for you. So trust that you wouldn't be wanting to pursue something, or you wouldn't have these ideas, or you wouldn't have this spark or any of that if it wasn't meant for you. Sometimes we forget that it's that simple of like, oh, I want to do this. I want to pursue this. And that's all it is. You want to because you want to, because it's meant for you, and you're capable of achieving great things. You're capable of producing the results that you want. And so just remind yourself, it's okay to trust yourself. It's okay to lean into those as well. We all kind of need to do that at some point in our lives, right? Like, we need to remember that we're capable and we can trust ourselves, and we can trust where we are led. Because speaking of led, we have a money path is waiting to find you. And the last one we have for you is self-development isn't for the weak. If you're uncomfortable or triggered, it means you're doing it right. Becoming a better human is always worth it. Yeah, that's like that initial message of the more you face these things, the more you keep going, the more you push through the discomfort. It's like you're breaking, it's like the world is breaking open for you, and there's a whole nother side. There's a whole nother experience of things that you've yet to even reach. It's like cracking open, and there's another world for you. And so it feels like pushing through these things, pushing and having the courage and the faith in yourself and the faith in the universe is going to help you reach amazing things. Like, the proof is going to be in the pudding for you. Bottom of the deck, we have get over yourself, be of service, give back, make the world better. This part right here, to get over yourself, there's a specific message in there, okay? So don't get mad. It means sometimes we care too much about what other people think, or about what other people are like, failure and things like that. And Spirit's saying, like, get over yourself in that ego sense and just get it done. Get to it. And also, if you want, the universe takes care of those who take care of it. Maybe this is an act of service, or if you're doing something where other people will be receiving something, make sure that you're remembering too that it is for other people as well, and that in helping anyone is such a gift to the world, and it creates good karma and all of that kind of stuff too. So and there's also a message too from your spirit guides, like when you are on top, like when you are feeling good, or when you have that money in the bank, don't forget where you came from. Don't forget to give back. Okay. And that's a good way to keep that cash flow coming too, because we're all connected and they're all just different versions of us. So helping other people is essentially helping yourself. And that's why, I don't know about you, but that's why to me it feels so freaking good, especially if I'm doing a cause or helping in something that I truly care about or I'm truly passionate about. It just feels so good to give or to help, you know? And that's a truth of why it's meant to be too. You know, you want something, or it feels good because for a divine reason, something deeper than that, but it's also simple at the same time, if that makes sense. So yeah. Oh, also guys, I forgot that there was a message too with the devil card, that the devil card is the card for Capricorn. And so with the King of Wands and the Capricorn, like, that's big boss energy too. Like, that is like, that's definitely accomplishing a lot for sure in the physical sense. Like, you're somebody who is meant to have enough, if not be very successful in your worldly endeavors. And that, I think, can help you too. Just say certain affirmations to yourself too. Your spirit guides are saying can help you. Like, first of all, I trust myself. Second of all, I am safe. Putting your hand on your heart and reminding yourself that I am safe when you are facing certain uncertainties or fears. That's something that's very helpful. Remind yourself that you are not alone. Sometimes we go through things that feel like we're alone, or we go through challenges that feel like we're alone, but that it's just that, and it's not true. You are not alone, and you have beings and other dimension or otherworldly beings or spiritual beings and angels and guides. And I can sit here forever and to name off every different kind, but you have them, okay? And you're not alone. And another affirmation too is that I was thinking of too, is that whatever it is that you want to pursue, or you feel your end goal or whatever it is worth pursuing because you deserve it. So that's it. No wonder why I was so excited to see you guys. I was like, I knew that had something to do with the messages here too. Like, there's an exciting like world opening up for you, and I'm excited for you, and your spirit guides are excited for you, and they can't wait, and it's gonna feel so good and worth it too. But also don't forget to enjoy the process as well. And yeah, and also make sure you're finding time for joy and fun in your life, even if that's what it actually is. That's pretty cool too. That's a blessing. But yeah, those little moments are important too. Make sure that you're giving love to your friends and your family as well, because, you know, you never know. Sometimes we have to just show gratitude for the people we love, because the one thing about this world is there is impermanence. And I'm not trying to scare anyone and say that they're going anywhere, but it's like, you know, now is all we have. So your spirit guides want you to show appreciation for the things that you do have right now. Even though you want more, it's fine. So, okay, I'm going to end that now. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Love you guys. Thank you to those who support the channel, even if it's just by like a simple like or clicking a simple thumbs up on the video. It does wonders, and I'm so grateful for everything that you guys do, even your comments and you guys sharing your support, your stories, your experiences. I love you guys. Even sometimes the assholes, you know, recently I've been getting a couple little asshole comments, and I am grateful for you guys too. I don't know what it is, but I'm just feeling that. Like, it's fine. I understand. But oh, also too, any kind of, I think one of the things too to remind people as well is that like if you hate the video and you share your hate, it still kind of boosts like it still does something. So I guess there's that. There's a silver lining or an upside to everything. And stuff like that. So yeah, I'm grateful for all of you. And thank you so much for allowing me to read for you, and just thank you for being here. Like that your light card, it's important that you're just here and you're sharing your light and stuff. It's enough. So that's it. If you're not subscribed and you don't want to miss out in any other readings, I do tons of love readings as well. That seems to be the main focus, or at least what you guys like to see. But I do like to keep readings like this coming as well, so we can have a little bit of everything for you. So feel free to subscribe and follow along. And I will see you guys in the next one. Oh, if you're already subscribed, thank you very much. And I'll see you guys in the next one too. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Moon Goddess Mirror Pendant, or if you chose the Light Seers Tarot deck, either way, welcome. So I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are comfortable, ready, relaxed, open to receiving some messages today. You're already getting some messages. I feel like the first message from your spirit guides with this moon pendant is the intention behind this is actually for protection. It's if you wear it, it's about any kind of negativity sent towards you, or anything like that, any icky energy, it kind of reflects it back. It bounces it off of you. I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say to me bounces off me and sticks to you. That's kind of like the energy I get from this pendant a lot of the times. But the message behind it with your spirit guides is that you are very divinely protected, okay? That you do have unseen forces that do protect you from things that maybe you're even unaware of. So be wary of that. That's always good to know, right? To know that we're protected, that there's spirits and forces that got our back, okay? So your spirit guides got your freaking back is the first message coming through for you. So we're going to see what else wants to come out for you. Let's go ahead and call in your spirit guides. So spirit, if you could please tune me in to my pile 3's spirit guide messages for them. You can please align me to the most important messages that pile 3 needs to hear at the time that they are coming across this reading with the most clarity, please and thank you. Again, emphasis on the time is basically whenever you find it or whenever it finds you. It's a timeless reading, so whenever you come across it is the right time. So what are the messages here, Spirit? From pile 3's spirit guides. Temperance, okay. So you have Temperance coming out. We have the King of Wands. We have the Four of Wands. And the Eight of Wands. So we have a lot of fire energy coming through. So fire signs could be significant to you. We have extra emphasis on Sagittarius here with the Temperance card, but also Aries and Aries and Leo. So sorry. As I was thinking of the fire signs, like every other zodiac sign started flooding my mind, and I was like, that's not what we're talking about here. That's so funny. Okay. So yeah, fire signs present. Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. Emphasis on the Sagittarius though. That doesn't have to be even significant to you, although it can be. A lot of the times, fire signs represent our passion. They can be an intense energy, but also very driven. Fire energy is also very close to spirit. What's heating up for you? Maybe there's something heating up for you as well, too. The Temperance is kind of like the opposite. Sometimes it's like slow down. It's actually a mix of hot and cold, though. It's a perfect balance. So let's see. What are the messages here for my lovely pile 3s? We have the Hierophant. So Taurus is also significant. That was one of the ones that was coming up, too. That's funny. Clarifying the King of Wands. We have the King of Cups. We also have the Two of Wands and the Chariot as well. Interesting. I kind of want to leave these because I don't want to forget, but there's not a lot of room here. So let's see. Actually, I'm going to put them back, but we'll talk about it right now, like as soon as we get these cards out. Four of Wands energy, clarifying the Four of Wands. We have the Empress, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Star. And we have the Eight of Wands. What's the Eight of Wands here? There's a lot of messages coming through. We have the Star for sure coming out. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Swords. Interesting energy for the Ten of Swords to be through. I think that the Ten of Swords could be a thing of the past. I'm getting that the Ten of Swords, yeah, is like past energy. You're currently building momentum in your life in many different aspects. And your spirit guides want you to remember that you have so many great things to look forward to in this life that it's crazy. And sometimes we get kind of caught up in what has been or or how things have unfolded only in the past. And basically, like, for example, if it's like relationships or something, it's like, well, why would this one work out? Or why would this next one work out? Because they've never worked out before for me in the past. And that's really easy and really common mindset to kind of have. Although the star is saying that you have some hope alive in you, your spirit guides are saying that you have this beautiful, beautiful sense of hope and this beautiful outlook on your life and maybe even others' lives, that you need to roll with that. I think a lot of this energy that your spirit guides are trying to influence you on is optimism and capability. Like, you are capable of owning and having and achieving and doing and all of these great things. You just have to sometimes remind yourself that, you know? Because with the King of Wands and the King of Cups, in this life, you know, you're going to face uncertainties, you're going to face challenges, or you're going to face adversities, or even go through things that seemingly weren't the easiest things to go through, right? Like, our life can be a lot of hardships as well. But there's a vision there for you with that Two of Wands and that Chariot of like the vision you have for yourself and for your life, whether that's the person, or even like not a specific person, but like the relationship, the money, the stability, whatever it is, spirit guides are saying, roll with that, okay? That is possible for you. You've actually gone to a place as well. I've gotten to a place where you've matured significantly. And I think your spirit guides say sometimes you don't give yourself enough credit for that. You don't give yourself enough credit for how much you've already overcome, where you actually are right now, and like stopped and looked around and saw all the things that you've accomplished, even if it's in yourself too, like the version of yourself that you are today, and stop to say like, man, like I have changed so much. I am so much more mature. I'm so much more wiser. I just feel better. You know, like I think a lot of this energy from your spirit guides is saying like, give yourself a round of applause for how much you've already overcome and how much you've already accomplished before you go into the next phase of like, okay, now what else? Or now what's next too? You know what I'm saying? Like, give yourself the roses that you deserve. Give yourself the pat on the back as well. We have something here about a beautiful event, and I think that this is something to get excited about too. There is a beautiful union that you have coming in your life that you are currently attracting, and it could be in your life already. It could be something to just look forward to, and it could be a relationship, or it could be a union of the self as well. And I believe that the thing is that it's whatever it is that you want it to be is what your spirit guides are truly saying. And that sounds hard to believe sometimes, but it's like, yeah, whatever it is that you want it to be, like, is probably what you're going to get. It may look a little different than what we expect, but it's definitely something that's possible. Another thing too, that I feel like with this Hierophant as well, like I can't help but notice the ladder on the back. And so you are climbing the ladder in your life, whether that's ascension, success, that's just getting closer to where you want to be. And Spirit saying like these things are going to come with time. And also with time and patience comes wisdom. And that's something that you are definitely accumulating in your life, is a hell of a lot of wisdom too. And your spirit guides also want you to come back to a state of balance sometimes when you feel off. And it's not saying that you have to ignore your feelings in any way, shape, or form. It's that remember that when you are calm, cool, and collected is when you can make your best decisions. So give yourself the time and space to process the things that you need to process, to come up with the things that you need to come up with, right? And stay committed to yourself and to your journey, because that's what's going to take you to the next level here. You are somebody who is very wise. You are somebody who has a lot of wisdom, whether that's inner or outer. I feel like you're somebody that speaks things that other people just kind of get, if that makes sense. Like, you have the ability to articulate yourself in ways. Now, your spirit guides are like, you need to trust yourself on this. You need to trust yourself on this wisdom, and trust that you are protected, that you are taken care of, and that you're able, more than able, and probably more than qualified for a lot of the things you want and a lot of the things that you're trying to do as well. And also there's just a beautiful energy too of like any kind of high hopes optimism, wish, and dreams with this 8 of Wands and the star. Like, venture towards that. Like, if that's where you feel pulled, please go, because there's great things for you to discover on that end. And sometimes we just have to remind ourselves to or we just kind of have to, like, it's like a, sorry, let me center and articulate this in a way. With all of this fire energy that we were seeing, it feels like Spirit wants to, and your spirit guides want to bring back this sense of invigoration and excitement in for your life. They want you to have a good time. They want you to go out if you feel like it. They want you to receive the best things that life has to offer. They want you to take care of yourself. They want you to, even if you feel like you want to, if you're changing homes, or if you want to renovate your home or things like that, all of these things to get your mindset in a good place. Do whatever you need to do. Get excited about things again. Go with that person. Go on that date, or hang out with friends, or you know what I'm saying? There's just a lot of beauty that Spirit wants you to realize in your life as well. And to remember that you are divinely protected, whatever it is that you decide to do. Yeah. You receive a lot of wisdom from your guides, and also you've accumulated, like I said, a lot of wisdom through your experience in this life, and you will. And you just need to, like, remember, like, that you got this. I have some pre-pulled oracles we're going to look at too, to see what the messages are. And then there's another deck that we're going to be using too. But these are just additional messages from your spirit guides. So the first card we have is Radha, Soul Flame, rediscover a lost part of yourself, experience relationship harmony and healing. This came out in pile number 1 as well as the first card. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Oh, you know what I can also see as well too? Is if, like, in the past you were going through, like, maybe like a breakup or separation, and this feels like this is this could be an extended energy to pile 1, but in the future. Like, this is like, once you've gotten over the toughest part of it, you're ready for great things, if that makes sense. Like, this is more developed, but only because it took time and it took patience, you know, for you to get to where you need to be, to learn what you needed to learn. And now it feels like you're ready for a new experience here. Like, you're ready for something different. You're ready for something else. You're like, okay, universe, bring me that person, bring me that thing I've been wanting. Let's get some change going for the better. We have Change Your Tune with Moonlight Serenade. We have Blooms. Love that card too. We have Stay Back. Stay back. I think, again, I'm going to add on to that additional message of, like, how much you've grown and how much you're actually capable of, and being able to trust yourself in any experience the universe throws at you, or any experience that you're kind of nudged towards. The thing is that you are now at a level of self-love and self-respect that is going to help you navigate through anything that is not for you. And that starts with trusting yourself. Like, with the Soul Flame card, it feels like, and the Stay Back, your boundaries, your sense of self-worth are going to start being reflected in the relationships that are around you. And even if that means you have to be alone or single or do your own thing, until you know that the right thing comes, or until you're willing to accept what it actually is that you deserve, is a huge and major reflection of how much you have grown, what you truly want in your life, and what you truly value. And with the Change Your Tune, that's exactly that. Spirit's like, hey, those things are coming. Like, that is coming. If not, maybe for some of you already kind of here, depending on your situation and the timing, of course. But for most of you, like, changing your tune is about realizing that those things that you had to go through were for your own evolution, were for your own benefit. and that things actually are working in your favor. And now it's like you're at this place where you're ready to receive these great things. If you received these great things when it was way too soon, it wouldn't have worked out the way it was supposed to work out, or the way that you wanted it to, because you had to. Like, it's all about the process of life. And I think that's what the Temperance card is kind of showing here as well, is that when we give ourselves patience, when we allow things to unfold, when we go through the process of healing, and we realize that duality is a part of life, that we can't, you know, experience the light without the dark, and vice versa. And sometimes that light comes from a place of us realizing in the dark of what we truly deserve and what we truly need. Is that when we do that, the magic can really start unfolding. And I think that one of the things your spirit guides want to commend you on is that you've kind of taken that rigidness off of that, of like trying to put the universe in a box of like that one person or one thing or what it's meant to be. And you've really opened up yourself and opened up your life in ways that many different things can come and unfold for you now. And it's really beautiful. And with the blooms, that's that message of stopping and looking around to say like, hey, I did that, or I got through that, or I've overcome. Look at me now. Your spirit guides are adamant on self-appreciation, and adamant that you are capable of not letting anyone or anything undervalue you and have you unlearn the great lessons that you've already learned in life. Like, you can trust yourself to go through life now, to know that you have the tools and the boundaries, you know, that you need to differentiate what's for you and what's not, and also to protect yourself in the ways that you need to be protected, whether that's your inner child, or it's just you've learned the tools of like what you know you deserve, and you're not going to allow anything else, and that's basically it. And the change your tune can also be in a form of abundance too, like, you know, remembering that the universe works in abundance. What doesn't work out is because something else will. It's not a loss, it's just kind of like an exchange of like, hey, that's not going the way that I want it to. I'm going to exchange it for something else, but first we have to release it. And I think that with the 10 of Swords and the Page of Pentacles, it feels like a really tough phase in your life is ending. And because of that, your spirit guides are like, all right, open up now. There's new possibilities. It's not the same old, same old. You're entering a new stage, a new era, and a new time in your life. And I want you to appreciate how far you've come. And I want you to appreciate where you're at. And I want you to sit with and love and appreciate the version that you are now, because just as much as you've changed from that past version of yourself, you're still changing and you're still evolving. So sit with this person that you are today, because they're not going to be there forever either. You're always growing and you're always developing, and your spirit guides just love you so much, and they think that you're just amazing, and they just can't believe the person that, I mean, they can, but like in a sense of like awe, like your spirit guides are really in awe of you, and they just can't believe like how far you've truly come. And it's not even all there is too. And so anything that you want, like the star represents, oh, also Aquarius energy too. We have Venus energy, so extra Taurus and Libra. But all that aside, with the 8 of Wands and the star, like you're headed towards places that I think that at one point in time you've only dreamed of, or or thought were like a distant land. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy that you're on this direction, like in your path in life, and it took you pulling yourself out of the mud. It took you deciding what's best for you, and really took you learning the lessons and not repeating them. And that's what your spirit guides love to see too. And that's why I think a tough cycle is ending for you. Crazy. Okay. So yeah, one of the main messages is just to look forward to all of the great things you have, you know, coming in your life and have now. That's the thing, is that the blooms card is definitely a card of like stopping and smelling the roses and stopping and looking around at all the beautiful things that you've accomplished stuff right now. And your spirit guides are, again, like I said, it makes sense because I've repeated it like 3 times. I'm very adamant about that, okay? and I love this energy of this. I told you this card came out in pile 1, but it means something completely different. I feel it means that you've gotten to a place where the things the inner work that you've done is going to start reflecting in the people around you and the outer people around you. And also, if it doesn't, you have the tools now to say, hey, get the fuck away from me. I'm not doing that. You're not going to bring me down to that level again. And even if sometimes you face certain things that kind of do feel like they bring you down a bit, it's a spiral. So it's like, even if you feel like you've kind of taken a couple steps back, or maybe something happens to where you kind of do feel like you weren't, that's still a part of the process. That's still just as important. So please do not shame that process, because like I said, it's a spiral. It's not just one circle of like, you're coming back around to the same things. You're spiraling, and now you're in a different point, a different position of your life, and you're seeing this same situation from a different perspective, or the same, or a different situation with the same situation, different face, or whatever it is, you know, you're seeing it from a different perspective now, and you're doing things differently. And that's where your spirit guides are like, hell yeah, pile 3, like, you are awesome. Self-compassion spits in shame's face. Being hard on yourself makes everything worse. Talk to yourself like you would your bestie. Yeah. Hello. Hype yourself up. Be your best hype man. Like, you deserve it. Your spirit guides are like, we're your hype men too, but we need you to believe it. We need you to get on board on this hype train, this hype bus, if you will. Hyphy bus for my Bay Area people. You know? Okay. So, ask an expert. Get insights, feedback, and instruction from a professional. You don't have to have all of the answers, and that's okay. Anything that you're kind of inquiring about, Spirit's saying that there are other like answers or guides or resources. Like, don't be afraid to look into anything that you're trying to do, or just get more information if you can. And that could also be the Hierophant as well. Maybe there's things that are going to be shown to you in your life that your spirit guides are going to bring, these teachers, if you will, at the right time. And so I think that also implies that the answers that you are seeking for things, the things that you need to know, it's good to study up on as well. And ask the right questions. Like, this could also be like for your life, like if you're looking to pursue a business, or maybe if you're looking to see, it just feels like, I don't know why I'm thinking of a Reddit forum. What the heck is that about with your spirit guides? But it feels like when you go on Reddit and you find that there's other people that have experienced or going through the same thing that you've gone through, and they have this like wisdom for you. So don't be afraid to look into certain things that you would like to know as well. And also, just the fact that it states you don't have to have all the answers, and that's okay, is good. It is a message within itself from your guides too. Don't worry. Like, you're going to learn the ropes. You're going to achieve what you need to achieve. You're going to learn that wisdom through the process as well too. So don't be hard on yourself if you don't know everything, or you don't know what's going to happen next, or anything like that. Those things are coming to you. Those resources, and those even like teachers, like whether that's in the form of people or just anything. It feels like your guides are helping you or steering you towards those things as well. We have lighten up. You don't have to, oh, look at this, is emphasis on the second part though. You don't have to have it all figured out right now. Be in the moment. I think that's with the change your tune as well. We were just talking about the themes of optimism as well. Yeah. And uncertainty is a part of life. Sometimes we have to find ourselves. So we have to find what we want to do. We have to find who we want to be with, or we have to just allow it to find us, you know? And that's a beautiful part of the process. And there's nothing wrong with just chilling in the meantime. We live in a world where it is always like rush, 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 accomplish, accomplish, accomplish. And sometimes the accomplishment is just getting to sit back and allow things to unfold the way that they're meant to unfold. Your spirit guides want you to look at the mystery of life in such an optimistic, beautiful sense of like, dang, like there's stuff that's going to happen for me. I'm going to meet, there's people that I haven't even met yet. There's doors that I haven't walked through. Sometimes walking through one door can inexplicably lead you to another door that you would have never even expected. Like, there's a beautiful sense of opening up your perspective to the magic of the universe, and maybe even getting a little excited about what's to come, because if you don't know what it is, that means you're not basing it off of the past, which means that cycle's over, because you know you don't need to do that again because you learned. And now it's like the world is your oyster. Also, I just saw a card that said don't suffer from FOMO. Don't suffer from FOMO. Like, yeah, if you're like in a in-between place right now, or you're just in a place where you need to have patience and just see what comes, and like we were kind of like what we were just talking about, you're not missing out on anything. Like, the things that are meant for you are going to come for you when it's time. And also, if there's past energies or past things or even past people that you're kind of wondering about, don't worry, you're not missing out on anything. They're not getting the best of you, or you're not missing the best of a situation. It's just, it is what it is. And I think that you've kind of learned to trust yourself more in that sense. That's saving you a bunch of time, especially with these boundaries of like, if you come across a certain energy now, your intuition or your guides or everything is kind of pulling you towards, that's not really gonna work out. You've gotten to a place where you're saving yourself so much time to where you don't need to experience that, or you don't need to see it for yourself. You'll know by how it feels and what's meant for you. And then we have in a funk, do something interesting, draw, write, or make music. Oh, I said oh because I feel like Spirit's like, just have fun. Like, your spirit guides are like, just do whatever you want to do in the moment. Like, it's not that serious. Like, if you want to go draw, or you want to do one of these things that it says, you don't have to have a 10-year plan about it, or it doesn't have to be perfect. Like, whatever you feel like doing to just uplift you in the moment, do it. It doesn't have to have like financial gain. It's just something that you enjoy doing, or something that you want to do. And that is reason enough and excuse enough to do it. For some of you, painting, I'm hearing painting. If you want to either get back into painting or painting, that can be a great outlet for you to express yourself and your creativity, and it could be really fun. Take the perfectionism out of it, because it's not for anyone except for you. So so if that's something you've been wanting to look into, or maybe it just sounds good right now, painting. Do we need any more cards? I just realized, I feel like we got 3 for every other pile. Let's do one more. Another message from pile 3 spirit guides. You choose who to love. Access to your heart is a privilege. If the vibe isn't right, respectfully move on. That's that definite message with the stay back. And this is something that your spirit guides and your intuition has already been working on. And just having the trust and faith in yourself to make those decisions. And basically, if anyone is making you feel anything less than, or anyone is messing with your energy, or fucking with your feng shui, or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, Spirit's like, you have every right to do what you want to do, what's best for you. It's your life, and you're the only one that's living it through your perspective. And the more that you embrace this beautiful, optimistic, fun energy, it may take letting things go or people go that aren't giving that to you, and that's okay. It's okay to be selfish in your life too, because you should be the one enjoying it. And like I said, I think that this is something that you've been already like working on and stuff, so it's good to just remember that it is your choice, and that, like it says, access to you is a privilege. And that goes back to the other message as well from your guides, that the more you embody this, the more your connections in real life will start to reflect that, which means they will get better. They will be more harmonious. And if they're not, you choosing yourself every single time is going to attract that. So that's amazing. Also, womp womp, chores are the worst. But you don't want a smelly life, so go do the laundry. I think that your spirit guides are also saying too, to do those like you make time for like the dopamine things that you want to do that bring you joy, but also do the things that your future self will thank you for later, like doing the laundry or cleaning your space or doing the dishes. That's an act of love and devotion to your future self. Your future self is going to say, hey, thank you for doing that, because now I don't have to do it. Or thank you for doing that, because now I have clean sheets. Now I have this space and I can think clearly because there's not all these things all over. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't forget to do the things that are actually, that you need to do too. And sometimes we don't want to do them, but it's better for us if we do. And that's just probably a reminder for some of you too. So, and even if you're in a funk and that sometimes those things are hard to do, maybe doing something to get you out of the funk and then doing it. Like for me, I don't know why I do this to myself all the time, but when I'm in like an energetic funk, it's like I know that taking a shower quite literally is one of the best ways. It like resets me, and I'll literally wait till like the last minute, and then when I'm in the shower, I'm like dancing. Not every time, but sometimes I'm like dancing and I just feel so much better, and I'm like, wait, why didn't I do this earlier? Just do what you got to do to feel better, you know, in the time that, in a healthy way, in a healthy sense, of course, not an escapist way, but like, you know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do to feel better, and then just, it's better. Life's just better when we just do. When we just do what we're supposed to do, what we need to do. So that could be your laundry, that could be cleaning, that could be re-renovating your home. Yeah, because I said feng shui, huh? There is a focus too from your guides about your space and where you spend most of your time. Make sure that it is in a way that helps you. So if it's like you need to declutter or get rid of things, that will help you tremendously, because it's important to have a space where we feel good, clean, and we can think, and have a safe space for yourself as well too, where you can always go to like your own little sanctuary. So that's it, guys. I am gonna leave these messages here. I want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening to me. I definitely love doing these readings for you, so thank you for allowing me to read for you. Thank you to those who support the channel, even if that's just a quick click of a thumb, you know, just a quick like. It's something that supports the channel tremendously, and it's so easy and free, and it just shows that you guys like what you see, and you know, you're into it, or you want more, or you're just nice. I don't know. It shows a lot, okay? So thank you very much. I appreciate every single one of you. I definitely appreciate you guys who share your comments, share your stories, your love, your support for each other, support for me in the comments. I'm so grateful for that too. I love reading them. I love you guys, and I love how you guys interact. It's amazing. And thank you to those who are definitely subscribed as well. And thank you for wanting to be along for the ride. I appreciate you. If you are not subscribed and you want to be along for the ride, you can now, so you don't forget. I probably will pop up on your timeline again, you know, if you've already watched till this point. But just to be sure, you know, you could just subscribe if you want to, of course. I don't want anyone here that doesn't want to be here. I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, I appreciate you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.